Well, here in Southwest Florida, we are still seeing a spring break season despite Hurricane Ian. We have noticed more boats and crowded beaches all across the area this week. And that is why tonight Fox 4 is focusing on boating safety.
Fox 4's Elise Chingari spoke with local experts on this, including the U.S. Coast Guard, about ways to stay safe on the water after Hurricane Ian changed so much.
We headed out with Sanibel Fire and Rescue District along with the United States Coast Guard as they showed us how patrols go on the water. As Lieutenant Brian Howell explains,
we see a lot of jet ski accidents, boaters against boaters, people falling off. Some really bad ones have been people in the water with the outboard motor running, prop-related injuries. People are in the water next to a running prop, which can do severe damage and cause fatalities.
officials tell me when this time of the year comes around with spring break and just the busy season in general, they actually have a heightened sense of awareness because they're expecting more calls to come in.
We have a lot of boat collisions. Just looking out for one another, knowing the right directions to take when you see another vessel.
A boat collision happened just this past week between Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach. It's still under investigation, but we actually saw that boat on the water that another boat collided with in the dark, and officials hope these kinds of incidents are avoided.
The big thing is just paying attention to those navigational hazards. Things are still floating.
Hazards that are still in the water from Hurricane Ian. The crew just told us a story how even a boat hit a car in the water recently.
There's a couple cars that are already pulled out. I'm sure there's still more that are unknown, but until we kind of find those out, that's kind of how we have to approach it.
Petty Officer Joseph Zarlinga with the U.S. Coast Guard says you have to report these sorts of things so other boaters are aware. Also pay attention as channel markers may not be in the appropriate places or they're completely gone. Sandbars have shifted as well. Make sure to have proper safety equipment on board at all times.
Having radio communications, operating cell phone, know who to contact. You got to drive a boat like a vehicle, and that's be a defensive driver, because you can assume that the other boaters aren't aware of you. So if you drive more defensively, that can help you.
In Sanibel, Elise Chingari, Fox 4.